Welcome to Big Boy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, where our mission is to empower you to have financial freedom through digital assets, crypto assets. My name is DZ. This is Around the Blockchain. We come to you Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about your favorite topics with your favorite guests. Today is no exception. We're going to get right into it, including a first-timer for me. So we have on the top right, we have Crypto Keeper. Make sure you check out Debate Crypto, where BJ was actually one of the people. They're discussing proof of work versus proof of stake. Right. So if you want some more Debate Crypto action, you want some more BJ action, definitely check out their video. Then in the bottom right, I just was on his broadcast earlier today. Now he's coming back, returning the favor. Gareth Soloway, Into the Money Stocks. Make sure you check out all the great alpha that they're giving on that channel. And you may not recognize her because she has not purple or blue lipstick on. It is Ragzy art. She has a great drop, the Digital Byte collection. Some big news coming tonight. So, maybe if she wins the parting thought, she'll spread a message on that. And hailing from one of my favorite cities to visit, Sin City Crypto. Haven't been on with myself, so looking forward to this episode. I'm sure it's going to be a good one. How are you doing today, Sin City?
Hola, it's your boy Big Rob. That's my intro. So,
all right,
great. We like Super Bowl. Made some money, bro.
That was strong energy. It reminded me of the bee from The Simpsons. Older reference for some of you folks out there. But all right, we're going to be talking about crypto markets thriving, BlockFi settlement confirmed, and we got some Sheba Inu news. Formidable competitor. Who knows what's going on with that? So looking forward to talking about that. It's been a while since we talked about a meme coin on the show. But before we do all that, you know what time it is, everybody. It's time for this market watch. And look at today's markets. It's just kind of flat right now. We have it down about 0.2%. If you look at the trending, we have J-Chain's and Wendy's favorite coin, the Gala coin. I did not go to the Gala Fest this past Friday or Thursday. I really wish I would have, but let's see. We have BNB flat, XRP down about 2.5%. Everything is just kind of hovering around, and then you see Doge down about 6%. But with Bitcoin in particular, Gareth, we have it kind of flat right now. We have it down about 4% on the week. It looks like maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, is 42,000 kind of acting as support right now?
Yeah, it absolutely is, right? So we'll jump right into the charts here and see what we got. So last Monday I was on, I talked about the upside being that 46,000 level. And that came from this beautiful trend line, upsloping trend line connecting through. And you can see we tagged that perfectly. Now the level to watch here is this 41.8 to 42,000 level right there. If it can hold here for another day or so, I think you start moving back and reattacking the 46,000 level, potentially breaking out to 50 to 52,000. If it breaks below that, though, that's where things get pretty nasty. You could start heading back into the mid to low 30s. So this 41.8 to 42 is absolutely huge, DZ. We got to be following that really, really closely.
Okay, do you think we'll be trading sideways, getting ready to coil in one direction or the other, or is this breakout to the upside or downside happening soon, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be relatively soon, right? So I'm keeping an eye on the equity markets, the stock market, the tech stocks. Everything's moving. If you look at Bitcoin earlier today, we were trading up decently, and then the tech stocks rolled over in the afternoon, and Bitcoin came right back in. So keeping an eye on that. But on a technical basis, you should see the move occur, I would say, within the next 24 to 48 hours. We're going to know.
Woo, those traders out there, get ready, get your 50x leverage. I'm just kidding, 5x, 3x, go low leverage, folks, go low leverage. All right, well, let's talk a little about the crypto markets. We had the FTX president come out, and he had some notes. He was saying the crypto market's recording significant interest, but they're focusing more on other assets like Ethereum and different altcoins versus Bitcoin. So we're seeing a little bit of a lowering of the Bitcoin dominance. I think we have a chart of that. This is the Bitcoin dominance. I'm trying to see the time frame on the bottom. I don't know if you can make that a little bit bigger. What do we have here, BJ? Is that the 4 hour, the 1 day, the 1 week?
I believe this
month?
Is the 1 day.
Okay.
I'm sorry, month. Going all the way back to 2015.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I was going to say it's with so few candles, possible it's a month. So we see the dominance right there, making its possible first candle. I don't know if that is confirmed or not, but it might be time for that Bitcoin dominance to have a little bit of a leg up here. Now, I'm going to bring it to you first here, Keeper. Is it possible we're seeing a reversal on the Bitcoin dominance? Or, this is kind of how I feel. I feel like long-term Bitcoin dominance is just going to shrink and shrink over time. Other people like a Michael Saylor, they might disagree, saying it's just going to grow and grow over time. But this chart is making it seem like we're about to maybe be on the uptrend here. What are your thoughts on like the 3 to 6 month time frame for the Bitcoin dominance?
So as always, guys, thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you guys all follow everybody on the panel. There's a reason that they're on here. You know what, DZ? I think everyone's so uncertain about what's going on with them in the market as a whole. So basically, people are finding refuge in the most solid of projects, which would be Bitcoin. So I believe that we're getting a little bit of a turn towards Bitcoin, whereas long term, the reason that we've been seeing Bitcoin dominance drop is obviously because we have a lot more projects coming in. And you know, I've talked to newer people in the crypto space, and it's never a conversation about Bitcoin. It's about some either super small cap, a meme coin, or possibly maybe ETH. And the reason for that is because initially coming into the market, they look at it and they say, well, you know, I can't make as much money with Bitcoin. I'm looking for this return really quick, really fast. And so they have such a zoomed in, you know, look at the market that they know within the next couple months, hey, what could I do? Maybe 2x if Bitcoin absolutely launches. And so I think that's part of the reason that we're going to see it continue to decline in the short term. In the interim, you said the next 3 to 6 months. I could see it actually starting to move just because there's so much uncertainty, at least how I see it and how the market feels right now. There's so much uncertainty there that people are finding refuge in Bitcoin. So maybe temporarily, we might see a little bit of a rise in Bitcoin dominance, but I think long term, we're going to continue to see it go down.
Okay, long term, I kind of agree. I think we will see little fluctuations. Maybe it goes up, but just not as high, kind of diminishing return effect here.
Yeah.
Now, you brought up newer investors. Now, Sin City Crypto, some of these institutional investors are newer investors. You know, back to Harrison, the president of FTX, was saying one of the main obstacles for these retail for the institutions is the regulatory obstacles. So a lot of these people, they're OGs when it comes to investing, but maybe they're a little bit newer when it comes to crypto investing. Do you think they understand the risks associated with altcoins? Do you think they understand that altcoins, you know, if Bitcoin nukes 80%, maybe an altcoin's going to nuke 90, 95%. Do you think they're aware of the possible volatility that, you know, they have facing ahead of them?
You know, there is with institutions, they are aware of the volatility of the crypto market. They understand that Bitcoin has the least volatility of the rest of them, but institutions are looking to get into altcoins. You can look at Kathy Wood of Archivest. She is extremely bullish on Ethereum long term. She's talking about like $10,000 Ethereum. So institutions are leaning that direction. They do comprise mostly of Bitcoin dominant as far as their investment portfolios, but with FTX, you know, they're targeting the retail investors. You can see at their ads that they've had with the Super Bowl. They're trying to get this new retail investor, and these people they don't care about Bitcoin. It's a simple mentality game. They're looking at a price target, or they're looking at a price of one token. They want to have multiple tokens in their wallet, and they're looking at a $42,000 Bitcoin, and they're looking down the list. They're like, what can I scoop up a lot of? And you know, whether or not that mentality is sound, obviously, you know, people that are in crypto don't necessarily agree with that. We look at market cap, but you're a new investor. These people that have watched the YouTube or the Super Bowl commercials are getting into altcoins, and even institutions. The days of Bitcoin dominance over 50% gone. And it's now Ethereum is taken over with Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. It's only going to have more market adoption. And then these other layer ones, you know, Algorand, Avalanche, Cardano, they're all just hitting home runs. They're growing their community. And Bitcoin, store of value, altcoins, productivity, use case, and then not to even mention all the amazing dApps that are being built on all of them. So that's the way we're going. We start going into a prolonged bear market. Perhaps Bitcoin's market dominance goes up, but short term might be the case. Long term, definitely going to see a shift there. So
I think you kind of hit on the secret sauce there. You said community. Now, community to a lot of people is, you know, ubiquitous with NFTs. Ragzy, you know, you do have your own NFT project. We are seeing some institutional money and, you know, traditional corporate money enter in the NFT space, but you see them buying these $1 million NFTs. You see them buying a CryptoPunk. You see them buying a Bored Ape, but you don't really hear about them buying, some of the lesser known NFT projects. Do you think the smaller artists such as yourself will one day, benefit from corporate money entering into the art space? Similar to, you'll see the guy that painted Facebook's offices. He was like paid in stock. I think he was paid in Facebook stock. He ended up being super, super rich just from painting a mural on the office wall. Are we going to see those types of equivalents, or is it just, all the money going to flow to the Ether Rocks and the Bored Apes and the CryptoPunks? When's Ragzy going to get a piece of this pie?
Well, we will see. It's funny you mentioned that Facebook muralist, because I had a cryptocurrency reach out to me to do a mural, but they're going to pay me in their coin. And I'm open to doing it for that reason, because we saw what happened with Facebook. But yeah, so I think the institutions are buying like the punks and Bored Apes just because they're viewing it as safer, because they've already proven concept. They've proven there's a strong community, there's a value, and also they want to rub shoulders with everybody else who has them, right? They want to be in the club, right? Yeah, I think if I could make a comparison, even if it's not the best comparison, it's kind of like how there's a lot of people who just want to invest in altcoins and not Bitcoin, because they think they're going to make more gains should one of their altcoins hit than if they invest in Bitcoin. I think it's kind of the same idea. Investing in some of these smaller NFT artists that haven't popped off yet could eventually lead to bigger gains, should they invest in something that's already blown up already. Not to say those aren't going to continue to hold their value, because I believe that they will. But I still believe there's a big opportunities with artists that are growing in the NFT space. And I do believe I'm one of them. But I do see a lot of other artists that I know have really good plans, have a great reputation in the art world, and I know are planning big things. And I could see those projects literally becoming very, very big, like a Bored Ape Yacht Club or like a CryptoPunk. So I've been watching all the different new artists and new players kind of come into the field and seeing exactly like who's going to take their project to the next level. But it's very competitive, because everyone kind of is trying to jump on that NFT bandwagon. So, most projects I think will fail, but there will definitely be some survivors for sure. And I think people are better off, just my opinion, buying more so like the one-of-ones from artists. I believe like those in the end will be the safer bet.
Yeah, I agree. And like Gary Vee says, 98% will fail. Everybody thinks what they have is the 2%. Maybe take a step back and say, what is going to be the 2%, and try to give that a real critical eye. Now, Gareth, back to, the broader crypto markets, we have a whole lot of things looming right now. We have Fed meeting going on. We have troops amassing at borders. We have convoys in front of parliaments. We have, general macro trends heading downward. What is the biggest obstacle for the crypto markets today, would you say?
So I actually look at, anytime you see global instability, troops amassing at borders, I think longer term, that's actually a positive for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right? Just the stability of being, someplace. I mean, instead of holding, rubles or anything, if you're in Bitcoin, you go to any country, you can potentially access those Bitcoins. Makes it very, very simple. Now, in terms of the biggest risk for crypto, it still continues to be the deleveraging effect. So we've seen it already this year where, the Fed is tightening. So you could arguably say the Fed is the biggest risk, but the more they tighten liquidity, it's going to suck that liquidity out of the markets in general, which includes cryptocurrency. So you have to look at that as being a major issue. And, just to comment on something we talked about earlier, not on this show, but remember we talked about the Super Bowl and how many crypto ads there were yesterday versus the .coms in 2000. And 1999, we had, you were asking me about that. There were only two .com commercials in 99. And I think there were 16 or 14 in 2000. So just really kind of weird stuff. I was talking to DZ to fill everyone in about how the .com bubble, you could arguably say, was potentially, you could look at these pinpoint things for tops. And in 2000, there were 14 commercials at the Super Bowl for .com companies. After that, I think at least 5 of them went out of business. And then you look at the crypto, it was called the Super Bowl, the .com Super Bowl. And then here last night, we had the Super Bowl with just tons of cryptocurrency ads. So just to draw these parallels, folks, again, I still think the strong will survive, but be very, very careful out there.
Yeah, the time will tell. Was this a 99 Super Bowl or a 2000 Super Bowl? We're kind of hovering in the middle there. So, yeah, I mean, time will tell. I know I'm certainly hoping for, more time for it to go up and to the right. Let's not have the bear winner just yet. All right, well, let's get to the second topic here. BlockFi settlement confirmed. That's right. Old Goldman, Gary, and the gang, they all went after BlockFi. Those who don't know, BlockFi was a lending protocol, gave almost 10%, around 9% interest if you lent out your tether, I believe. And so the CEO spoke. We intend BlockFi Yield to be a new SEC-registered crypto interest-bearing security there, which will allow clients to earn interest on their crypto assets. His name's Zach Prince. Doesn't sound like a BlockFi CEO. You hear the name Zach Prince. That's like the bully from Euphoria or something, right? But so also Gary Gensler in their agency's announcement said, this is the first case of its kind with respect to crypto lending platforms. Today's settlement makes clear that crypto markets must comply with time-tested security laws. So Gary Gensler came out much more clear language than usual. So I'm going to bring it to you, Sin City Crypto here. Will other high-interest platforms, and there's a whole lot of them out there, are they going to have to follow the BlockFi footsteps in the U.S.?
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, there's nothing to stop. There's no difference between one lender and another. So who's in the crosshairs? You have Compound, Aave, Yearn Finance. These are all companies that should be taking some damage control right now. They should be looking at what is their next move. You have two ways this is going to play out. For one, with BlockFi, obviously they have to halt all of their operations here in the U.S., but on the back end, well, what is that? They're going to get a first mover advantage. So they're going to be the first platform that is listed as a security. So there's going to be institutions that are going to be comfortable, or at least legacy investors that are comfortable investing because they are backed and they have gone through the loopholes, while the other competition is going to be on the outside looking in. They're going to be looked at as a more of a riskier platform to use. So that gives them an advantage. It kind of sucks. They got to pay $100 million fine, but I mean, it is what it is. But I think in the long term, they're going to benefit from this. But I mean, I'm doing some major damage control. If I'm Yearn Finance, Compound, Aave, like what are you going to do? Are you going to follow suit? I mean, I would. If I was on the board there, that would be my next logical move, though.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. It is a gray area right now. Like, is this good? Is this bad? So that kind of brings me to my question here for Keeper. Who is taking the biggest L? Let's assume someone has to take a W, someone has to take an L. I know it's nuanced, but let's just say even if it's 51% one direction. Who's taking the biggest L here? Is it banks or crypto?
I mean, banks are ultimately the reason that this came up is quite simply because the banks were realizing, oh my gosh, we are about to take and are currently taking a huge L. Everyone that was in the legacy financial system started to look around, especially with all of the inflation that we have going on right now. They start to look around and they say, wait a minute, I need somewhere where I can actually earn, because sitting money in a bank account right now, you are actively, it's like sitting in a boat with a hole in the bottom, right? You're sinking. And so ultimately people looked around, and those that were comfortable with crypto said, you know what, I can leverage my assets over here. And we're not talking about, oh, I can get, an extra couple points, half a point, whatever. We're talking about like 10% more. I mean, massive difference. And so the SEC looked at this and said, whoa, wait a minute. My boyfriend, my girlfriend, these banks, right, that I'm in bed with, we need to make sure to cover them. And this was the way that they do it. They step in, they play bully, essentially, push around these BlockFi in this example. They push them around and they say, listen, you're gonna do what we're gonna tell you to do, and if not, we're just gonna shut you down completely. And they almost have to bend the knee, because if they don't, right, they do have the power to ultimately not just fine them, but shut them down completely. So I think that in the long run, the banks are going to try to fight back. They're going to try to get back in the picture. I think the banks are going to have to step their game up a little bit as it relates to interest that they are, doling out. But I think long term, these institutions like BlockFi are going to be able to win if they can continue to bring on and onboard new, more and more new people. I think the opportunity is there. It's just that the SEC is going to try to regulate this as much as possible so that these banks, can continue to be relevant.
Yeah, they're going to overregulate. They're going to try to shut them down. But, these platforms, they want to go to infinity and beyond. So that takes me to Ragzy here. They are coming after some of these staking, or not staking platforms, but just the passive yield platform, earn your 6%, kind of doing nothing. Do you think that's going to be bullish for like liquidity pool providers and some NFTs that kind of offer, ways of getting earned income that they kind of change it around? For instance, Eververse on Steam will give you tickets, and then you turn the tickets into crypto because, Steam can't support crypto. So there's all these ways of working around, where you could still earn yield, but it's a little bit different than just, kind of passive income. So do you see like liquidity pools getting more popular, passive yield NFTs getting more popular, or is it still just going to be Wild West and, Celsius still going to try to give you 10%?
Personally, I actually think it's going to still be the wild, wild west, just because, I know the liquidity pools sound awesome and everything, but there's still so many new people and new institutions coming into crypto. And I think people want to bounce around because there's just an explosion of new ideas, from Metaverse to NFTs to like new projects with altcoins. I think that people are going to still want to save some of their funds and have that on the side for new things that come along as we see this industry as a whole kind of continue to explode and grow. So I think it's going to continue to be the Wild Wild West. I think even if we go into a full-blown bear market, I don't think everyone is going to be taking all their money out and putting it in stable coins and staking it. I feel like it's different than it was before. We haven't seen this amount of growth in Bitcoin or a lot of these alts. And I think that people are paying more attention, and I think they want to keep some of that extra money on the side to jump into something should an opportunity come up.
All right, I like that. Now, Gareth, final question on this topic. You've been in traditional finance for, many years, so you're familiar with the SEC and how they choose their wording and, the language that they use and, how they'll go about settlements and everything. Do you feel that the future, lending protocols are going to be targeted as well and also have to have a settlement? Or is it they just kind of have the blueprint now, and now everybody can kind of just operate under the BlockFi rules?
Yeah, I think that's what the SEC is hoping for. They're kind of laying this groundwork and hoping everyone gets in line. I think that makes a lot of sense. Will all of them get in line? No, probably not. But the SEC definitely is kind of a warning shot across the bow and saying, all right, you guys get in line. Otherwise, we're going to come after you a little bit harder. So I think it's a good, I've said this before, but I think like a little regulation goes a long way in terms of making more investors feel comfortable getting into these different coins. And I do think that it's a positive on the longer term, even though it kind of sucks negative to have the SEC in the business of these coins. But again, it's got to happen if you want wider adoption.
All right, I like that. It's a warning shot. It's kind of the equivalent of the,
yeah.
Every now and then you got to give the. All right, I'm loving the basement chat. +1 for Gareth's energy usage, and Ragzy, they definitely love you in the basement. You got to stop by the basement sometime. But let's talk a little Shiba Inu here. Yes, everyone's favorite meme coin. Maybe not everyone's, at least if you like Doge. So they're welcoming a metaverse drive. That's right. Sheba is trying to get into the metaverse. Those who don't know, they have different coins. They have the leash token. They have the bone token. If you hold one of their tokens, the leash, I believe you're going to be able to mint this metaverse early. So we have Sheba basically trying to legitimize themselves. They've make an NFT market. They have staking. They have DeFi, quote unquote, with the leash and the bone ecosystem. Now they're trying to do a metaverse. So they're definitely trying to grow and become, larger than, say, Dogecoin. I know there's kind of a divide between the Dogecoin camps and the Sheba camps, but you know what? We didn't even do the lightning round, so maybe we'll jump into the lightning real quick. How does that feel? Let's do the lightning, then we're going to talk some Sheba. Everybody, just real quick, I'm going to ask everybody, what was your favorite Super Bowl ad? Crypto Keeper, what was your favorite ad?
You know what? I'll be brief, but the Coinbase ad, just for the simple reason that it did exactly what it was designed to do. People are like, well, what is that? I mean, it shut down.
I thought you were going to say
down briefly Coinbase.
I thought you were going to say because it hit the corner. Boom, it hit the corner.
Yeah,
Gareth
you know what it
Soloway.
did. We were actually looking for that.
Gareth, what was your favorite
I'm going to go with
commercial?
the Coinbase ad as well because it must have been hilarious to watch drunk people trying to get that on there.
Yeah, I guarantee with as many people watching, someone fell over. All right, Ragzy, what was your favorite crypto or Super Bowl commercial?
I agree. I think Coinbase stole the show. I thought it was really brilliant and really clever. I know a lot of people were upset though because they got that error message after they scanned the code. But
classic Coinbase. Sin City, what was your favorite commercial?
I got to go with the Etoro, not because I like the product, but because of how big a joke that is. You know, they delisted Cardano back in December. They have a Shiba Inu dog on there. Delisted Cardano because they say it's a little too risky, regulation issues. And then I download the platform, and lo and behold, you got Doge, Shiba Inu, but yet they too risky to invest in a Cardano. Even downloaded the app.
If that makes you upset that if they don't have Cardano and that kind of tees you off, hit that like button. We got to let them know. Let's get this video out there as many people as possible. Yes, BJ's happy. I like Cardano now. Is that what you wanted? That's what you wanted all along. But you brought up Sheeb. Let's talk a little Sheeb.
Well, if I got just a quick second on this Etoro though, you know, I downloaded the app. Okay, I'm like this Etoro is juicy. I downloaded the app. I scrolled down because I wanted to see if they had ADA, and I scrolled down, and lo and behold, I see this right here. And this is their pro software telling you to buy and sell certain items. They're telling you to sell Ethereum and to buy Doge, buy Shiba Inu, and buy Litecoin. Like you can't even make this up. Like this is the platform. They're known for trading stocks in a traditional market. They're just a carbon copy of Robinhood. It's a joke. It's a joke.
You know what? Doge
Fact.
is
Big
down
fact.
so much. It probably is a good buy on the short term, but you know that's just because it's an oversold territory. Long term, ETH over Doge, ETH over Doge. ETH's my biggest bag, so you know, just full disclosure there. I'm a big fan of ETH. All right, but yeah, back to the Sheba Metaverse here. You know, there is a growing competition with the metaverses here, so they're going to try to make their digital property the best digital property. You know. We've seen the whales also enter in the Sheba space, and then, they're up almost 100% from when they jumped in. I think around, 30 days ago, we were covering it. The world's largest Ethereum whales were buying Sheba over and over. They're just like accumulating more and more. So we've seen it go up. Now, Ragzy, I'm going to bring it to you first here. You talk NFTs. You're all in the TikTok space. I know your fan base definitely correlates a little with some of the meme fan base here. Is there ever going to be a day where a meme coin is unironically in the top 10, where a meme coin is like, oh, that actually does have utility. It's not just a meme?
I think absolutely. I mean, earlier this year, Shiba Inu passed XRP in market cap at one point when it 10x'd, which was really funny.
Don't bring up XRP. Don't you bring up XRP price. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I definitely think so. The thing with the meme coins is, especially like with Shiba Inu, it really grabs the attention of the Gen Zers and the younger investors, because I think, a lot of people, and like even myself as an artist, I don't think in technical terms, right? I'm an artist. So Shiba Inu is like cool. It's funny. It's easy to understand. Okay, it's a dog coin. It's a meme coin. And if enough people buy it, it goes up, But now they're adding all sorts of cool things, right? They're jumping into the metaverse, and it seems like they're really, really hustling and trying to actually build something. So I'm really bullish, at least for now, on Shiba Inu. I think the risk with a lot of these meme coins is, I feel like, is it sustainable long term? Like, will they actually be able to build something that is sustainable and that holds its weight over time? That's going to remain to be seen. But I personally like Sheba. So
Etoro said it's better than ETH. So who knows? What do I know? That's Etoro. They're giving you the real bull there. Now, Gareth, we've seen these corporations kind of adopt meme coins. AMC accept Doge for a ticket sale. As these meme coins, presumably get more and more popular and possibly even more tech behind it, and a little more utility. Are we going to see more of that as a just basically a marketing mechanism? Can we expect the Dogecoin being spent at McDonald's? Is that an actual possibility, or all these fans just kind of their heads in the clouds? What do you think?
No, I mean, I think so. Anything that gets notoriety or gets an advertising edge. I mean, we've seen that from so many companies already, whether they're picking up some on their balance sheet, not of Doge, but of Bitcoin with Tesla and some of these other ones. So yeah, I think anything that gives you an edge to get your product out there more is likely fair game. So I think it's absolutely a possibility. Be interesting to see once it gets, if we do go into some sort of bear market, how popular it is there, or does it just go to sleep until we get back into a bull market. But when things are good and everyone's loving crypto, there's no company, there's no CEO that's not going to try to take advantage of that to get their earnings a boost.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, let's look at the chart real quick. Speaking of these meme coins, we have Dogecoin at number 11 right here, and we have Sheba at number 14. What's interesting, though, if you look at the market cap, 19.2 and then 19.7 billion. So very quickly, Doge and Sheba can get into the top 10. Now, Crypto Keeper, is this the last of the meme coins that are going to see the top 10? I kind of asked Ragzy, is this over? But will we see new ones, or is Doge and Sheba the last of the Mohicans?
Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be the last of the Mohicans. I want to ask Ragzy something real quick. Ragzy, a lot of my followers know kind of my feelings on Sheba. You said you like Sheba. I just wanted to make sure that you had a hardware wallet for it. So I keep a hardware wallet underneath my desk right here, and you can just deposit your Shib right here. It works every freaking time.
Hey, it's up 100%.
You can also deposit your Shib on my wallet address. You just send it over.
Got it. No, you know what? I talk trash about the meme coins a lot, and it's not because I got done dirty on a meme coin or that I haven't been able to be successful with them. I actually 100x'd on Doge. My concern with it is we are all about educating people and getting them into the market in a good position to make good decisions. And the problem is, I met somebody at the gym today that recognized me, and he started talking about crypto, and the first thing that came out of his mouth was Sheba. I didn't want to shoot him out of the sky and tell him, hey, just understand this, that, and I let it go. But I want people to truly understand if they're going to get into these projects, like, hey, these are absolutely dangerous. Now, that being said, value is just what two people agree on, right? If Ragzy agrees that this Sheba has value, she said, hey, deposit it into my wallet, right? Well, the reality is she believes that it has that value. And so ultimately it gets a lot of hype. They get pumped up. And long term, I could see them continue to pump, and they just keep on, if something's hot, they jump in. If something, they started staking was hot. Boom, DeFi.
What's wrong with dangerous, though?
What do you mean? What's wrong with dangerous?
I don't know. I kind of like dangerous. You said it's dangerous.
No. The dangerous thing's okay. It's that the people that are introduced to Sheba on the front end, they don't understand that what they're getting into is dangerous. They think that they're just buying into just any other crypto asset like Bitcoin, like ETH, or anything like that. And they also see the numbers so cheap, it has that price bias where they just look at it and say, you know what? I could buy 10 billion of these, and if it goes to $1, I'm rich. You know what I mean? I think it sets people up for failure sometimes. Albeit, a lot of people have made some really good money.
I think she kind of brings up a good point, but so do you as well. There is a price bias, and we kind of have a price bias in the different direction. Like, you shouldn't buy it when you see that many zeros. But you said you had 100x off Doge. I think I had not quite 100x. I didn't quite catch that top at 70. I think I got pretty close. I sold before the SNL episode, but around, maybe at 80x. So, I had an 80x. I know BJ had very insane baby Doge profits. So, I'm going to ask you here, Sin City, is it fair for us to say, don't buy these meme coins? This is a scam. Be very careful, blah, blah, blah. Yet we have so many success stories amongst ourselves with these meme coins. Isn't it fair to just kind of let everyone have their journey? What's your 2 cents on, advice when it comes to meme coins?
So it's absolutely fair to say buy Shiba Inu or buy a meme coin. What it's not fair to say is to invest in it. So if you're looking for an entry and an exit point, and you target one, you target the other, then why not? There's money to be made there. Now, as far as this narrative about this land sale, I'm a little disappointed. And, they're starting to build out all this utility, and, they're trying to evolve the program. But you know what? It's just a money grab, or AKA a land grab. And they're just trying to capitalize on the phrase metaverse. There's not even one picture. There's no roadmap. They have nothing in development. There's nothing been released. And yet they're selling land. Like at what point does that ever make sense? Would you ever buy land in the real world without knowing even what country it's in, or what the land looks like, or if it's a piece of water, or if it's a piece of a mountain? Like you need some kind of details here. They basically it's a legitimately a money grab. And you know what? If you made money with Shiba Inu, cool. I'm not even stomping on the project. I'm just saying, this straight up land grab, money grab.
Okay.
Stacking
All right.
bags.
It reminds me of like a Cardano Metaverse project. I'm kidding, of course. I love all my Cardano Metaverse projects, but that is all we got time for today. And it looks like Ragzy won it out on the special Valentine's Day episode. I think she, co-opted the points with the hearts in the background there. But Ragzy, you go ahead. Leave us with some parting thoughts. She'll push your project. What do you got going on?
Well, my NFT series is called Bite Candy. And they're little digital hearts, but they don't have the phrases that you would find on a typical Valentine's Day heart. They've been a total hit. I've been minting them for about a year now. They're all one-of-ones. And there's a very special surprise coming to my Bite holders tonight if you hold one of my Bite candies. So I'm really excited for everybody to see it. And I think they're really going to like it. So, and if you're interested, you can follow me on Twitter. And actually, if you want a Valentine heart that's custom, you can DM me on Twitter. I might mint it for you if I like it.
Sounds rare. And that's all we got time for today. Frankie Candles is live. Make sure you check that out. And until next time, BitSquad, DZ out.